It's time to shut the city down.
Hi guys, my name is Ibrahim Hassan. I'm a student here in Riara University. I'm currently in the studio or the reception area, and I'll be happy to give you a tour around our studio. I'm seated at the reception area. Around me there are two safes. We have the big safe where we keep all the major equipment, the cameras and the mics and the lavaliers. Then next to me we have the big cupboard where we keep the lighting, the XLR cable, the mic, condenser and all that. Then on the top side of it where we keep our green screen carpet. And next to me here are the files for you to do your project, check out the equipment. The equipment are mostly issued out by Nicholas, the head of studio, and the studio assistant. And the two files, we have the files for the class project and the files for personal project. All personal projects are done after the class projects are finished. Then you have to check out your camera from him with a valid reason. Then he'll give you a camera for maximum an hour. Then after that you have to bring back the camera, check it out, then your files are to be checked. Next, after you pass through the reception, you'll see in front of you the virtual set, our green screen. We have two, we have the green screen and the white screen. The white screen we use for our photo station projects. Then the green screen, since we don't have live broadcast system, we usually have virtual sets which we create our own. Then we come to the green screen where you'll see there are two already mounted lights on top, where we light the green screen to remove all the background shadow. Then we apply our virtual set, which we've used in some of our previous projects. Now, in our next room, we'll go through the producer room, where it's also the TV video and the audio classroom, where we usually have around 10 to 15 students per classroom. Then the same room where we used to produce our audio class projects, mostly the producer side of it, where we use the 32 input mixer to record our projects. We also have a Mac desktop where we use software like Audition and Logic for our audio class recordings and editing. We also have the two speakers in the room to check our audio levels. Then the room itself acts as the studio head office room, where we have Ms. Eric Kinyeki, the head of studio, as its office. We also have a screen in the room where we usually use it to just view our projects, mostly the TV video classes, to check color correction and all that. Then we also have a whiteboard on your left side of the screen, where we usually use to write our projects and quotes of the day. This is our recording booth, where the artist comes to perform or to sing their song from this side. Same as the producer room, it's also soundproof. From outside you can't hear anything, and from inside you can't get any interference from outside. Inside we also have 3 mic stands in the room. We have around 4 speakers in the room. This room is also connected to the other side of the room through the MIDI, which acts as a piano where the artist or a band can come and perform. Mostly when we usually have our own project at the end of semester, we are supposed to record a band, and the MIDI comes in hand as a piano. Now, this is our current video editing room. It used to be both video and audio class editing room, where when you're done, finish your project, production, and recording your work, this is where you come and edit your video works. We have 5 Mac desktop in the room. We use Final Cut Pro X as the current version of our editing software, which is the best, mostly used even in production of movies. This room can fit a minimum of 5 students to a maximum of 10 students. This is where we edit our video work. We used to edit our audio work this room using Audition and Logic, but the team from audio classes have been moved to Cisco Lab, where they have sufficient number of Windows desktop to edit their work using Audition. This room, we also use this room to edit our outdoor production, where you can go shoot your work from outside the studio, outside the school, or even inside the school, like the movie that we shot and released recently, The Drift, which was shot around the school, the cafeteria, the library, the corridors. This is the room where we came, sat down with the producers of the movie, and all editing were done inside this room. The last room in the studio is the interview room, where we do our interviews. Mostly, like, you can go back and check the documentary done by the students. You'll see most of the interview are done inside the interview room. The interview rooms also act as, I'll say, a thinking center or a recreation center, where the directors, producers, and scriptwriters sit down and come up with shows and come up with short films. So that's where they sit down and prepare the scripts. It's also our meeting room, where we usually have guests who receive a tour around our studio. This is where we meet them, sit down with them, try and talk to them on one-on-one basis. It's also a room where we, I can say, prepare our contract for our work, where we sit down with any or all our clients, sit down, talk one-on-one on the shows, and prepare the production and the post-production side of the show. Thank you for coming with us the tour. I hope you enjoyed your visit around Riara University studio. As you have seen, we have the latest and the best equipment to prepare you for the industry, as you have seen. And the studio also, as you can see, I'm a business student, and I usually come to studio to just take my mind off the classwork, too many projects. Just come to the studio, chill, relax, help the producers and the team come up with shows. It's also improve your one-on-one interaction with students, and I'll probably recommend anyone who wants to do multimedia to come to Riara, or anyone who has a passion in media and would like to join any other school, School of Law, School of Business, Computing Science. You can still come to Riara, take part in your classwork, and also come to the studio, chill with your fellow students, and produce one or two shows. Thank you.